Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. Website in the bottom here is llewellyn.com. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you'd like it. Supportive oracle cards are Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Website on the back here, torihartman.com, watkinspublishing.co.uk, or watkinspublishing.com. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn. Let's get these all down. I'm kind of liking it, but let's go a little farther before I... Things are definitely going your way. You got abundance, you got the star card, you got good energy coming in. You got a lot of good energy coming in. There's a couple more. You got an ally coming in here helping you out. There's good energy coming in. There's a lot happening at once, though. You're probably ready for it, though. You're holding the line. Capricorn, like, of all the fire cards, the Seven of Wands speaks Capricorn to me. If there's going to be a fire card that matches you, holding the line and not backing down, that is Capricorn all day and all night. If somebody's trying to push you, well, they push the wrong person. And you do have somebody backing you up. I get the Hierophant, which is an Earth card as well. It sometimes talks about Taurus. You don't have to have it doesn't have to be a Taurus person literally, but somebody who's like, "Yep, I back you on this Taurus," or Capricorn. I back you on this Capricorn. We're totally going to make sure this works out in your favor. So you do have a very strong ally. I feel like that's why the Hierophant is here. It's not only an ally, but somebody who's like, "Oh yeah, Capricorn, you're right, and we're going to make sure this stays where it's supposed to be." What is this? You got the Eight of Pentacles in the past, which I don't think is bad, but it's the past. But I don't know, it doesn't feel the best. You knew this was coming. Whatever's coming, you knew it was coming. It's a big change. It's a fast change, but you saw it coming. It's kind of like, you know, if we're going to make this really, I don't know why we're using this. Okay, here we go. If you worked for a company that had many locations, maybe say they had 15 different locations, and you've seen like 3 other locations get sold, and you're like, we're very similar to those 3 that got sold. You're kind of like, all right, it's just a matter of time. We're also going to get sold. It's kind of like you're like, it's going to happen to us. It's happened to those 3. We're like right in league with those. We're the same type as those 3 were. It's just a matter of time. You didn't like it when you saw it. It made you stressed when you noticed it. So you weren't like happy about it when you figured it out. But you're like, it's happening. It's coming. You started preparing for it. You started making choices and, you know, looking over your shoulder. Like, before it happens here, you started preparing for it. Again, I don't see you like, you weren't like, yay. It wasn't like that. It's kind of like, all right, I know it's coming, and I'm stable, and I'm ready. Stable, and I'm ready, and I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to handle it the way I'm going to handle it. Okay. So whatever happens next, you've already made your mind up, kind of like, I've seen how other people have handled this situation. Some people have done this, and that's how that's worked out for them. Other people have done that, and that's how that's worked out for them. You just looked at it and said, you know what, the outcome I want, that's how they did it. That's the outcome I want, and this is what they did to get there. So if this happens like it looks like it's going to, this is the choice I'm going to need to make. Again, I don't want to, like, I don't feel like I'm like, ooh, yippee skippy. I don't feel that at all. I just like, well, this is going to happen. That's how I'm going to handle it. And I'm making a long-term decision. This is kind of like a long-term decision card. Like, it's going to lead me where I need to be. It's going to lead me to where I need to be. Okay. It does come in very fast. Whatever it is, it comes in very fast. King of Wands shows up with the Eight of Wands, which is telling me Eight of Wands is speed. Just boom, comes right in fast. somebody comes in, delivers like the outcome. You're not shocked. You're like, well, that's how it happened for those other places. I am not surprised that I'm not surprised. So when it happened, you're like, all right, I know what I'm going to do, and your choice is made. This is a very, like, I feel like I'm like having a rubber band moment here. It's kind of like I'm going away and coming back. It's like boom, boom. It's going really fast. You've got the death card with the renewal, which can be similar but can be different. I'm getting like, whatever this is, something ends fast and another thing starts almost immediately. I don't know. This might be a really, really weird analogy, but it's almost like, I get in a car wreck and within the hour I have a new car. It's that fast. It's like, boom. It's really, like, really fast, and it's kind of jarring. Kind of like I just got in a car wreck, and an hour later, I already have a new car. And it's wow. It's like really fast. But again, with this situation, you saw this coming, so you probably already know what you're going to do. So maybe you already decided, well, maybe you already thought to yourself, if I lose this car, that's the car I would go for. So then when you lose that car, you're like, might as well go right over there. I already know what I want. There we go, and it's done. You move really fast, but again, I think that's the reason we're using the car analogy. If you only have one car, if your life you only have one car and you need one, you're like, I don't have time to screw around with this. I know what I want. Let me just do it and get it done. I know who, I know what, I know when. Let me just do it, get it done. All right. Happened fast, but it needed to. It's not really, again, I don't feel myself celebrating about it. I just kind of like, this is what I need to do. Whatever this change is, I feel like there's a reason I keep saying, when you find out about it, not super happy. When it's actually happening, not super happy. Not really upset, just kind of like, yeah, this was going to happen. Just handling it. I need to handle it, therefore I will handle it. But you got the star card, you got the abundance, and you got instinct all working in your favor. So you're going the right direction. Whatever decision you're making here, when the dust settles, I feel like there's going to be other people who are bent out of shape. There's people who have separated. There's going to be people who have kind of moved away or distanced themselves from you for whatever reason. I'm getting this Nine of Wands, like people don't seem to be coming around. Like you made a change and you did good for you, but they either didn't make the same change or they just, for some reason, they've backed off and people have kind of backed off. There's that one, and then there's this isolation, like they're off doing their own thing. There might be a social change due to this, just to be fair. But when you get to the other side of this, you're going to be extremely happy with what you have. I feel like this is one of those moments, though, where I look back, I wouldn't want to go through it again. It may be one of those things, like, I wouldn't want to go through it again, but I feel like I'm more realistic. Like, this is where I ended up. I'm happy to be here. Would I want to do it again? No. But here's why I am. I made a good choice. I feel like you made a good choice. I'm letting it go, and I'm moving on from it. I'm very happy with it, and I realize that I'm very self-reliant. Self-worth seems to be working in your favor in this time. I feel like I would reiterate that to myself when this moment comes and you're at the other end. Just remind yourself of, like, what you accomplish and what you actually get through. Remind yourself of how strong you really are. I feel like Capricorn knows they're strong, but this is kind of like reminding yourself how truly strong you are. You can put up with a lot, you can get through a lot, and you succeed through a lot. And this is a moment where it pays off for you. So they're saying when that moment comes, you're going to move on from it fairly quickly, and you're going to be happy, but remind yourself how strong you really are and what you actually do endure and succeed through. Remind yourself of that. Sometimes you need that, is what I'm getting. Just give yourself that moment to really, appreciate yourself, that you are, I feel like maybe you're like not taking the moment to really celebrate yourself, and you really should, because you're doing really well with this, especially when it was a situation that you were not a fan of, but you did make it turn out the best it could. If other people are bent out of shape, I think that's another reason. Is it other people? Is it other people? Six of Swords. I don't want to deal with other people. I think it's other people. You don't have to like celebrate with other people. Just do something for you. You know what I mean? Do something for you to mark the moment, to remind yourself of how strong you are. So if there's something you want, or if there's something, maybe it's a certain meal, go out to your favorite restaurant, splurge a little, get your favorite meals. Whatever it is, if you do that meal thing though, take a picture and make sure that you remember why you took that picture. Make sure you mark that moment for yourself. There might be people around you who are not as happy and are kind of feeling like you cheated the system. You did not. You planned, you made smart decisions, you saw it coming, and you took it seriously. Other people, I just feel like there's some negativity around you that you're just kind of like, well, I'm not even gonna. I just feel like I'm just gonna move on from it. That's okay. That makes sense. Like, you don't want to get deep into that negativity. Completely agree with that. But still, do something for you. Make sure that you acknowledge how you did things the right way for you. You saw it, you took it seriously, you planned, and you got a great outcome because you did. Just like, give credit where credit is due, and this time this credit is deserved, for you. Did we rhyme? I think so. So, hopefully that's helpful. Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.